Hello, Simon Siddle here, musician, consciousness coach to musicians, and founder of the Conscious Music School. Today's video title is Musicians to Go Extinct in Less Than 10 Years. I will tackle that clearly clickbait subject in a moment. First, a couple of points. One, if you like this video, please remember to hit the like button, and if you want to hear more from this channel, please remember to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification button. The Conscious Music School is a fledgling channel. I could really do with all the help you could offer in terms of getting the numbers up. Thank you very much indeed. Secondly, I'd like to let you all know that I have a few spots still available for one-on-one coaching for anybody who wants to really level up their musicianship and become a full stack musician whose soul and mind and heart and gut are all aligned together and pointing in the same musical direction. Whether you're at grade 3 standard and you're wondering just how to get rid of some of your nerves and concentrate better, or you're way past grade 8 standard, already a professional gigging musician, and you're wondering how to make that truly shamanic connection with your audience and change lives and make the world a better place, well, a few one-on-one coaching sessions to see what goes on in the inside of you while you're playing could see you get past your current plateau and take great strides forwards in your musicianship and your skills in a matter of a few months or even weeks. So if that sounds like you and you're interested, please follow the links below. Okay, on to today's subject. Musicians to go extinct in less than a decade? What do I mean? Well, if you examine the history of music in the past 50 years in the West, you will see a story in it of the increasing integration of musicians with both electronics and then a little later computers. First of all, this started in the avant-garde world, but soon afterwards was adopted by the pop and dance worlds. It showed up first as sound processing effects pedals for guitars and the like, but towards the end of the 20th century, computers became very, very standard workaday tools for the rank and file musicians of this culture. Rhythmic quantization, that is, ironing out all the subtleties in a rhythmic groove. Pitch correction, which we've all heard nowadays, and the loudness wars in which musicians and producers decided to sacrifice the dynamic range of a piece just to get that little extra push of volume out of any speaker the song was played on. These are all symptoms of a push towards a pre-existent agenda of industrialization and standardization of both music production and music product. Further, by the time musicians had had these computers for a few years, it's clear that musicians were beginning to think in algorithmic processes. Now, by this, I don't just mean having a clever drum machine that can give you a few variations of its standard pattern and maybe throw a fill in at the end of a section. No, I'm talking about bands that have been using SoundCloud, using the statistics that you can get from such apps to measure the audience figures for not just individual songs, but individual sections within their songs, so that using that statistical data, they can then chop out from their songs just the popular bits, throw the rest away, and then glue them together into songs which they statistically surmise will be more popular than any of their previous products. If you're trying to make money, that's probably a great idea. If you're trying to make music, well, I have this to say about it. Artificial intelligences are now at the level where all of that job can be done better by a computer than by any human being. If you add on to that the thought that artificial intelligences are also now at the point where they can number crunch huge data sets and spit out facsimiles of what they've been trained on, then you might be able to see that computers are on the edge of being able to produce those little chunks of pop music and dance music in the first place, so that they can then do their statistical number crunching on the audience figures of them afterwards. In other words, all the jobs that a human musician might have had in the pop and dance world in the past few years is about to become obsolete. AI will be better at producing both the songs and the performance avatars for this kind of music within a short while. My point in all of this, and perhaps a way out of this situation. This situation has really only come about because we as a society have come to accept and to consume and to produce music which has drifted from the realm of the subtle and the human into the realm of the regimented and the computer. In the worlds of pop and dance, human expression has largely already gone from that music. Just like with everything else in our world, these trends will and already have begun bleeding out into other genres of music. The pop and dance worlds are merely just a canary in the coal mine for this. So if musicians are willing to pump out, and society is ready to accept this industrialized, standardized sound in lieu of subtle, human, soul-stirring art, well then, why should we not lose our jobs to artificial intelligence? If we've already abdicated our jobs as being humans and being artists. So the solution to this is clearly staring us in the face. There are many elements of an authentic human musician that are just too complex and subtle and intuitive for an AI to copy. It's our job, those of us who truly love music, to engender some kind of second renaissance in the arts, a renaissance of humanity and subtlety and authenticity and genuine soul-stirring feeling. Any musician who does not follow these ideals, or something very close to them, will find themselves being swallowed by the machines in the next few years. And this isn't just a matter of survival for us musicians. Most societies consider music some kind of soul food. And if this society's soul food is in the future going to be supplied by soulless machines, well then what does that say for the future prospects of our society's sanity? Let's not go down that road. The world is already subject enough to dehumanizing influences and forces, is it not? Let's choose instead to not just remain human, but to show those who would dehumanize us just how much power and splendor and resilience a true, authentic, feeling, conscious human being has. This is precisely what the Conscious Music School was founded for. So follow the link, come over and check us out, and discover a saner role for yourself in this mad world. That's all I have for you today. I'll speak to you again soon. In the meanwhile, I salute the conscious musician within you. Take care.